Hello, we are from Group 7. So, our topic is Douglas Back Test. So, before we continue to our video, let us introduce our members first.
Hello, my name is Angela Najafar. My ID number is 2023367857.
Hello, my name is Kalevan Anna Patrick, student ID 2023-516465.
Hello, my name is Aisha Anakbalan. My ID number is 2023-516477.
Hello. Hello, my name is James Peterson Awitan Namay Kabang. My student ID is 2023-141431.
Hi, my name is Jennifer James. My student ID number is 2023-141487.
Hi, my name is Masila Idora Nabaning. My student number is 2023365467.
Hi, okay, first of all, my name is Muhammad Azhar bin Yuzul. My matric number is 2023-197-619.
Yeah, okay.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Fadid. My student metric number is 2023-374031.
Hi, my name is Pablo Ortega Makazeski and my student number is 2023-365-707.
A few moments later.
For the introduction, what is Douglas Back Test? Douglas Back Test is a classic open circuit indirect calorimetry method. It measures oxygen consumption calorimetry method. So it involves collecting aspire in a cell Douglas Back for gas analysis. The next research back purpose is considered the gold standard for validating metabolic system. It used in sports science, clinical setting, and energy expenditure research. So third is advantages. First, high accuracy for VO2 and VCO2, and then simple, non-invasive, and effective for steady condition. And the last is valuable for validating portable metabolic system. So that's all.
Okay, now I will explain about the objective of Douglas Back Test, which is 2 points of the objective. First is to determine the oxygen uptake and to measure the VCO2, which is carbon dioxide output. First, what is to determine VO2 oxygen uptake is indicate how much the oxygen the body use for energy production, and for the measure carbon dioxide output is indicate metabolic activities and fuel usage.
So, for the third objective is this. To calculate respiratory exchange ratio, which is RER. So, what RER do is help identify the type of substrate being used for fat and carbohydrate. For the fourth objective is this. To estimate energy expenditure, which is cardio burn. So, what is cardio burn do? So, cardio burn do useful in exercise, which is physiology, nutrition, and also our weight management.
Right, so let's move on to the equipments. So, in Douglas Back Test, there are 5 major equipments. So, the first one is gas meter. For gas meter, the purpose of gas meter is measures the volume of gas breathed in or out, or the flow rate of respiratory gases during exercise or rest. It will help quantify the ventilation. The second one is Douglas bags. The function of Douglas bags is large airtight bags used to collect expired air from a person during exercise or rest. The collected gas can then be analyzed for volume and composition, for example, oxygen and carbon dioxide content. The third one is vacuum pump machine. The use of vacuum pump machine is used to evacuate or empty Douglas bags for the gas containers before use, ensuring no contamination from previous gas samples. It can also help in gas sampling and calibration.
The next equipment is gas tank, nitrogen, 15% oxygen, and 5.01% carbon dioxide. The function of gas tank is provide control mixture of gases for calibration of gas analyzer or breathing during specific experiment, for example, hypoxia study or respiratory cytology testing. The last equipment is exercise bike. This is function for provides a control form of exercise where workload can be adjusted via resistance to test a person cardiovascular, respiratory or vascular response. Often used in VO2max test or endurance study. That's all for equipment.
Alright, we proceed to the procedure of Douglas bag test. Step 1 is emptying the Douglas bag. The first of procedure is attach the tape to the gas meter. Second is open the bag by tap and let the vacuum pump sucks all the air out. The third is after all the air has been emptied, seal the bag and turn the pump off. For the step 2 is calibrating the machine. The first is switch the pump on to allow raw gas drawn into the another bag, empty bag. The second is use the gas tanks to put nitrogen into the machine for 2 minutes. The third is slowly release the gas until the level is at 0, making a pure sample of air. Step 3 is the exercise. The first is allow the subject to exercise for 1 minute to get a steady heart rate. Second is subject must wear a nose clip in the mouthpiece which is connected to the Douglas bag. The third is open the tap to the bag and start the timer. The fourth is subject must exercise at a set intensity for the 3 minutes on an exercise bike.
Okay guys, we go to step number 4, which is measuring for oxygen and carbon dioxide percentage levels. For procedure, the first one is use the smaller tube to connect the bag to the machine and close the cap. And then the second procedure, you can go to open the tap and run the machine for 2 minutes, allowing the air from the Douglas bag to be drawn in. And then the third procedure is the machine tell the percentage of oxygen and carbon dioxide that was breathed out by the subject while exercising. For next procedure is as the timer reach 1 minute 45 seconds, take a note of the percentage. And then the last one is at 2 minutes, close the tap. Thank you. And then we go to step number 5, which is volume of air and temperature. For the procedure, they have 3 procedures, which is the first procedure is follow step from step 1 for emptying the Douglas bag. And then the second procedure is take note of the levels of air being drawn out of bag. And then the last procedure for step 5 is take note of the temperature of the air sample. You understand?
Okay, for the result demonstrates that the reliability of gas sampling is high with a coefficient of variation CV below 0.5% for both oxygen and carbon dioxide. The bag residual volume CV was 15%, which amount to plus 0.4 liter. This could cause the large error. but this can be minimized by collecting large gas sample volume. For part 2, a mean CV of 1.5% with limit of agreement of plus 0.6% in GE units. Around a mean GE of 20.0% was found.
So, the conclusion is the Douglas back test is a highly accurate and dependable method for assessing aerobic capacity and metabolic responses during exercise. By measuring oxygen consumption and carbon dioxide production, it gives valuable insight into an athlete's energy expenditure and cardiorespiratory efficiency. Despite being more manual than modern system, it remains a standard in sports science for understanding physiological performance and guiding training program. And here is our reference. That's it for our group 7. Thank you.
Thank you.